You will see this bit on 2 channels.
Yes, you will see it on both channels, but the bit after this, you won't. It will be different. So
don't watch this bit and go, oh, I've seen this video and skip. Don't do that, because you haven't. You haven't seen this video. You've just seen this intro. Hello.
Hello. Good morning. Oh,
slightly chaotically, we are recording on 2 devices simultaneously. There's a good word.
Which means that you and you.
So if you're on my channel and you don't know who this is, I don't know where you've been, but this is Caroline, Mrs. M.
And if you're on my channel and you don't know who this is Carla Jenkins.
Hi.
And we often film chaotic videos together. although not as much this year as last year, because we haven't seen as much of each other. How is it only September?
You're very busy. You have a wonderful life.
I have a busy life.
You have a wonderfully busy life.
You have quite a busy life as well.
I do have a busy life. It's not wonderful. We're at Caroline's. We're at Caroline's house. Caroline lives here. I don't. I'm visiting, and we planned a video. We planned a video to do on both channels, which we thought would be fun.
Which is what we're doing now. And it's cooking related, which will mean two different things. This will means that half of you, judging by cooking videos the way they're received on my channel, will be absolutely thrilled to bits about me doing a cooking video, and the other half won't have clicked on it at all. Yeah. They're very polarising.
It depends on whether we tell them what it is, doesn't it? You know?
Yeah. Let's tell them what it is.
Maybe we'll put some kind of clickbaity title so that you'll have to stay because you won't know what it is.
Yeah, could do.
Essentially, I had this idea and I thought it was brilliant, and the idea was that we would each give the other something to cook but not tell them what it is.
I.e. give them the ingredients and say, make a dish out of this.
Yeah.
And see how close they got to the original recipe.
So the exact ingredients as required. So the exact quantities of everything that you need to make this specific item, but absolutely no instructions and no directions whatsoever.
No, just here's the ingredients.
So a bit like the technical on Great British Bake Off, isn't it? They give them,
yes.
Although they do give them basic instructions.
And then they give them instructions.
And they tell them what they're making.
So more difficult than that, basically.
Yeah.
So we're going to split off into 2 different channels at this point, I think, and I hope you enjoy it. And if you don't, it was her idea, not mine.
So here we are in Caroline's kitchen, and here is the lovely Caroline, and here are the ingredients. So I am going to give you one identifier of the ingredients, but the rest you've got to guess.
Let's see if I can figure it out myself. We got some chicken. It's a bit frozen.
It'll be fine. I've cooked this dish from frozen before.
We've got some chopped tomatoes. We've got some chickpeas.
Now, on the top of the chickpeas, I've written the amount you're meant to use.
Oh, okay. Is that a clue?
Well, no, it was just that I didn't think the recipe.
We've got a red pepper and it's got a sticker on it which says red pepper.
Just in case you didn't know, yeah.
We've got an onion. I know that's olive oil because you asked me for that.
Yeah.
So we've got a stock cube, I'm guessing. We've got some apricots.
In a very well sealed canister. I think you're opening the wrong side.
Oh,
you're trying to open the hinge.
4 apricots. Why am I shouting?
No.
And some spice mix.
So I will tell you what's in there, because what you've got is 1.5 teaspoons of cumin, 1.5 teaspoons of coriander, and half a teaspoon of cinnamon.
Right.
And they all go into the dish together, which is why I didn't mind mixing them before I brought them down to you. They all go in at the same time.
I think I'm making some form of chicken tagine. It's going to be a 1-pot, isn't it? I think.
Complete silence for me, because otherwise I'd be giving it away.
Yes. Well, I'm going to start by chopping up...
Oh, your camera battery's going.
Let's chop up the onion first. We'll do that. Feeling like, looking at the stock cube, I'm sort of wondering, do I dissolve the stock cube in some water, or do you just crumble the stock cube in and the sort of sauce from the liquid of the tomatoes will make it into a sauce? I think it would maybe be too watery if I put in too much. I'm going to do some of these in sort of circles like that, semicircles, and then this half I'm going to do chopped into smalls, because I think a nice bit of texture would be good. Okay, so I've done 2 different types of chopping up of onions. I've got this rather gigantic pot. I'm going to cook it in. I'm just going to put all of the olive oil in there and stick in the slightly differently cut.
How did you decide which half to... Oh, you were both going in together, I see.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought you decided you were cooking one bit differently to the other.
No, not really. I just thought it might be a bit of texture because otherwise the only two... I don't know. 130 grams of these, you reckon?
Drained weight, yeah. 130 grams of the drained
so that's
product.
like
yeah.
2/3 of it, ish.
I just couldn't be bothered to measure out before I came out this morning.
No.
Just pure laziness.
To transport, isn't it?
Yeah.
And welcome to episode 1 of Caroline chops off one of her digits.
It will be a 10-part series. So it can only be a 10-part series, can't it? I'm thinking how much fun it is to have somebody else doing the filming. I want somebody to film me instead of...
Yeah, I reckon those YouTubers that have people doing filming.
Yeah, no wonder Mr. Beast is so cheerful.
Oh, I didn't take the sticker off and I've chopped up the sticker that says red pepper. Bugger. I'm feeling pretty confident. I feel like you've given me a bit of an easy gig now and I'm feeling a little bit bad about what I've given you.
Oh, lovely. I'm looking forward to it.
Being honest.
You specifically said you didn't want baking. I really wanted to give you something to bake, and you pretty much begged me not to.
Did you change my mind and say, no, go on, it's all right, you can give me baking? Only because I'm so inept at baking, I think I'd literally look at the ingredients and go, bloody know what to do. Do me a favour, just go and stir the onions a bit, make sure they're all right.
This is cheating. I'm not supposed to be doing the cooking.
It's only stirring.
What if I stir wrongly and ruin the entire thing?
You're an expert stirrer.
There you go. I have stirred to the best of my ability.
Thank you. Right, I think I'm gonna... I don't know if I should have browned the chicken first. I think I should have browned the chicken first and put it in the spices. Bugger. No, we're all right. I'm gonna cook these as well. Let's put you in here and get those all going, and then perhaps I'm gonna... Yes, it's all right. I've got a plan. So we'll leave those going. Go back to the frozen chicken, which apparently is going to be fine.
It'll be fine. It'll be fine. People don't die from chicken anywhere near as often as you think they do.
Right, let's grab a bowl. Is this chicken thighs? I think it's chicken thighs. Are you going to tell me?
I'm not telling you anything.
Good confirm or deny.
Could be a pork chop.
You see, I don't cook with chicken thighs myself out of choice. I know they are better in terms of flavour and everything, but all these sinewy bits I can't be dealing with. It just looks so unattractive. Which I realise is not the point. It's simply the taste, but I like the uniformity of cooking with chicken breast.
Do you feel this recipe requires another stir?
Yeah. Okay. Right. I'm debating whether to hook this out at this point, now it's cooked a little bit, and brown the chicken off, because I think the chicken's going to have some water in it, because chicken always does these days.
Well, this is Costco chicken, if that helps.
Oh,
so it's always good quality meat at Costco.
Okay.
Not an advert.
All right. Right, I didn't say that, I've just got the spice mix and put it onto the chicken, and I'm just sort of distributing that through the chicken to sort of coat it a little bit. I wish I kept some of the oil to...
You've got the dregs of the oil left in there.
I have got the dregs of the oil, haven't I? So if this is Costco chicken and isn't going to have loads of water coming out of it, I'm going to put this straight in, like so.
That was a confident move. Bold, bold move.
What's that?
So there is a little bit of olive oil left if you do want it. I'm not saying you should have it or not, I'm just saying it is there.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm just going to put a piece of that into there to get the olive oil out like so, and then I don't know there's much in there at all actually. So, it smells good. I feel like that's smelling quite nice. Let's just leave that to cook a bit. And oh, we've got the apricot situation to decide about. I'm thinking the apricots will go in pretty near the end. I feel like she's a bit mean with the apricots. 4 apricots for that whole dish. Isn't much. Right, I've got those open. And I assume that you have cooked this before and know what it should taste like.
Many times.
Ah, right. Oh, can you just please pass me that stick? Please. Right, I'm going to chop these into really little bits because I feel like you want the flavour, the sweetness of them going through the whole dish, don't you? And I'm still a bit perturbed about what I'm going to do with that stock cube because I feel like I don't want to make it too watery. I'm going to wait and see what I feel about the stock cube when I put the whole tin of tomatoes in, yeah?
So, yeah, yes.
Yeah. Right, so basically where I want to get to is I want to get the chicken browned, I think. So it's browned on the outside, and then once that's done, I'm going to put the tomatoes and the chickpeas in, and then take a view on the stock situation, whether I'm just going to crumble the cube in and let it cook down, or whether I'm going to add a little bit of water. But I don't think I'm going to add much water to it. And then I'm going to stir the apricot through towards the end. That's sort of my plan. I'm glad I've done some of those onions in longer pieces, because I think you get a little bit more texture and interest to the dish. I did the peppers basically in slices but halves, not really small, not really finely chopped. So again, I think it's quite a nice.
It's going to be robust. It's like listening to a slightly less angry Gordon Ramsay.
Right, that's sort of browned around the outside. All the tomatoes. Quite a lot of the chickpeas. There we are. Let's give that a good old mix around. I feel like it might need some salt and pepper. Am I allowed to put salt and pepper in?
They weren't in the original recipe, but I see no reason why I shouldn't if you... Oh, were they? Have I just forgotten them?
Right, I am going to do some water with the stock cube, but only a little bit. Very inept stirring it, because I can't be bothered to go and get a teaspoon. Oh well, it will disappear when it's in there. Right, oh god, that looks very liquidy now. Right, it looks nice, but I only used half a mug of stock. I'm going to let that simmer with the lid off for 15 minutes is what I'm going to do, because the chicken should cook through in that time, and the chickpeas will, I think they're fairly soft already because they're out of a tin, but let the flavours percolate. Not fast simmer, but I do want it to cook down a bit. And I'm going to put, I think the apricots will completely disappear, but then maybe that's the idea. Maybe the idea is that the apricots disappear when you put them in. They just cook down to nothing and give a sweetness, whereas it's quite difficult without a recipe, isn't
And
it?
you've said mine is more difficult than this, so I'm a bit...
No, I'm feeling like I'm going to put I'm going to change your mind, everybody.
I'm terrified.
I'm putting the chopped apricots in now because they'll give the sweetness. The sweetness isn't going to disappear, and to be honest, they're chopped so finely that the texture doesn't really matter, because we've got lots of other texture in there with the peppers and the onions and the chickpeas and everything, and the chicken. Right, I'm going to leave that to simmer for 15 minutes.
Okay.
You've just caught me removing a bit of the red pepper stick.
Tasty. Added fibre.
So, cooked it for 15 minutes. And then I turned it on. It was actually about 14 minutes, and it was reduced down nicely. It smells really good. I'm just going to salt and pepper it a little bit. Right, that's what it looks like. Should we put some in a bowl and give it a taste?
It is taste test time, yeah.
Da, da, da. Does it look like it's meant to?
I haven't told you whether you've made the right dish yet.
Oh, okay. Right, should we go and sit at the table and do tasting? Right. We have it. There's a fork for you.
Okay.
And a fork for me. Have I cooked the right dish first of all?
You have cooked the right dish. It is a chicken tagine. I said to Caroline a minute ago, but I hope it wasn't a chicken apricot souffle, hadn't you?
There was no no eggs. So.
It is a chicken tagine.
Right. Does it look like it's supposed to?
It looks very similar to when I make it.
Shush. The flavour's really good.
So, it is a chicken tagine, and it tastes very much like it ought to. However, your method was quite different to this.
Oh, really?
It is the Fast 800 chicken tagine. I've got a video of it on my channel.
Oh, right, okay.
The basic method is
tasty.
thinly slice the onions, fry them off in the olive oil with the chicken. Dice up the chicken as you did. Dice up the chicken, thinly slice onions. When you've done that, the chickpeas and the tomatoes go in and it simmers for another few minutes.
Yeah.
So the chickpeas and the... I've already said peppers, haven't I? Yeah, chickpeas and tomatoes go in.
Yeah.
Have I missed anything else?
Do you chop the apricots?
Chopped apricots, very small like you did, yeah. They all go in. And then your stock cube goes in with half a pint of water.
Oh, I didn't do anywhere near
half a pint of water with your stock cube. And stir, bring to a simmer, and then it goes into the oven for 45 minutes, I think it is.
45 minutes?
And it tenderises the chickpeas beautifully. The chickpeas come out really, really soft.
Right. You see, I do like a bit of texture.
Yeah.
I'm not sure I want them super, super soft. They're marginally harder.
Flavour-wise, it is almost identical. The flavour is almost identical.
Oh, really?
So the flavour is almost spot on. So it's interesting to me that what is quite a long-winded dish when I make it can be done so much quicker.
Yeah.
Without too much detrimental loss to the flavours. I think that's quite interesting.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? That's
People
really
might not like
tasty. I like it. The only thing I think I would do is put a few more apricots in because I can't really taste that sweetness coming through that you normally get in a tagine.
I think the reason there are only 4 is because it is a Fast 800 recipe, so it keeps the calories down.
Oh, okay, yeah,
so
because they're quite calorific.
I think at that point you could
Yeah,
definitely
fair
play around with your apricots. If you weren't doing it for a diet point of view, you could play around with apricots and whatever. So yeah.
That's really tasty.
It's one of my favourite dishes. I think Caroline did brilliantly. She immediately recognised what the recipe should be. I'm not feeling
I
so
think
confident.
because it had apricots and I knew meat and fruit, apricots particularly, is tagine. So,
I don't think you'd have done so well if it had been something to bake.
No, maybe next time when we're something to bake.
Yeah.
That would be funnier.
Let us know if you've enjoyed this. And
yes.
we will do it again if you've enjoyed it.
I really enjoyed doing it. I think it's quite fun.
Yeah.
Interesting. I'm looking forward to. We haven't filmed the one for Carla's channel yet, so if you have, I'll put link Carla's channel below. And
so make sure you go over there and watch that.
Yes, I feel like I've been meaner to Carla because I've given her. There's 3 different components of what I'm giving her to cook.
It had to be something that I had cooked myself so that I would know whether she got it right. Because at first I went off down the internet and looked at recipes and I was like, the thing is I won't know if it tastes wrong if I've never eaten it.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, so it had to be something I cooked myself to be sure. So.
Yeah. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed that and see you in the next one. Bye-bye.